When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
Okay, thanks Z for bringing us in there. Producer Zach, formerly known as Z, or maybe not formerly known, but however that goes. Welcome to the Rip City Roundtable podcast. Here, your host Corey Dickman on the Rogue Media Network. It's been last time we talked, I think it was a Blazers preseason game. Went over kind of what we were hoping to see for the season. We're now into today's October 28th. 4 games in. It's been a really boring Blazer season. Nothing's happened. No coaching changes. Nothing from the back end. I'm kidding. There has been a lot going on, but I'm not going to go over Chauncey Billups, all the things. There's been a lot of great commentary from our staff here at Blazers Edge. They've done a tremendous job covering the story. You've heard it probably 19 different ways. So I am not going to touch on that. I'm going to touch on the basketball aspect of what's been going on this season. So if you're here for Chauncey news, I'm not your guy. If you're here for understanding and wanting to know more about how the Blazers are doing and the start to the season, then we'll dive in. So as you know, the way we're trying to do it this season is keep these quick. I got a highlight going behind us. This was the Blazers' victory last night against the Los Angeles Lakers, but that's probably a lot to say. Maybe the JV squad of the Los Angeles Lakers. No LeBron, no Luka. But the Blazers did get the W, so that's all that matters. So the highlight's about 10 minutes long behind me. That's how long the podcast is going to be. So we're going to rip into this. Blazers, we're 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses. The team has looked relatively good to start the season. Starting lineup has been consistent through these 4 games. That was one of the questions the last time we had an episode here discussing, well, who's going to be the start? Who's going to start? Who's going to come off the bench? Who's going to close games for the Blazers? And so far, Coach Splitter has kept a very consistent lineup of Toumani Camara, Avdia, Clingan at center, and then our backcourt of Drew Holiday and Shaedon Sharpe. And I'm telling you, we're exceeding expectations, I think, with 4 of the 5 starters. I think Drew Holiday has clearly been locked in. He hits those like veteran shots that just go in. I don't know how else to describe that, but when you're watching it, you're like, oh, well, that's clearly going to go in. It's like when you watch Chris Paul take a mid-range jumper, you're like, well, that's going to go in. It's Drew hits those shots with the Blazers haven't had since Lillard, really, and where you could anticipate and know these shots are going to go in. So Drew, he has been tremendous. His last game against the Lakers, by far his best as a Blazer, 24 points, 4 of 7 from deep, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So Drew Holiday, you are exceeding expectations. Donovan Clingan, I mean, we saw it last season. He moves well. He stays out of foul trouble. He's huge. He has such a long wingspan. He has been a revelation this season for the Blazers. 26 minutes last night against the Lakers, 16 points, 14 rebounds. Again, I'll say it again, and like I said when we drafted Clingan, if he can learn to not get in foul trouble, he will be a tremendous NBA center. He fits this team really well. He's anchoring the defense. He's getting up and down the court really well. So I have been really pleased with what we've seen with Donovan. Toumani is hilarious the way that he now frustrates players, right? Taking charges, getting those little weird offensive fouls called against him that aren't even like really offensive fouls, but he is getting under the skin of a lot of NBA players. And 4 games in, he's getting the respect from refs, which I think is really, that's the story. It's not even the technique and the way he guards you 94 feet from the basket. He is getting calls that normally fringe superstar, maybe star players get. He's getting those already on defense. So that is an awesome sign. His 3-point shot, hit or miss. He was over 3 last night. He has the ability to be a decent shooter from 3. And if the Blazers can just get him in that 35% range, you have to respect the shot there. So Tumani has had a good start to the season. I think exactly what we expected him to be. The Blazers' best player, give me more Avdia. You see Denny play. That guy, he is going 110%. He's now his 3-point shots falling. The first game against Minnesota was a little rough, even though those were good shots. Blazers should have won that game, by the way. But he shooting well last night. He finishes 25 points, 5 of 8 from long range. And it's just the way he gets to the basket. It's the way he controls the offense. He's clearly the Blazers' best player right now, and I don't think it's even close, right? Uh, if he can stay healthy, I was telling this to Z here a couple minutes ago. He stays healthy. I think he's our all-star. The Blazers haven't had an all-star since Damian Lillard. And I think Denny is that all-star. I think if he can continue at this pace, he will wow coaches, right? The Blazers will never get a fan vote player in the all-star game, but he will make it in as a coach's pick. I know we're 4 games into the season, so you're probably saying, Corey, what the heck? But if you haven't watched the Blazers this season, he is worth tuning in for just because of how hard he plays and how much he's into these games, right? He's not coasting through 4 games. He has been in it. And he's, again, I think, in my opinion, the Blazers' best player. The 5th starter, he's the guy that we gotta see some more from, and that's Shaedon Sharpe. And I know Shaedon comes in with a brand new contract. He comes in with expectation along with Scoot, but Scoot's hurt right now, of being that guy for the Blazers. And you see the athleticism. Even last night, he had a highlight dunk off the baseline. There was a point where Drew Holiday, they basically had a 2-on-0 fast break and could have lobbed it up to Shaedon for a crazy dunk. Instead, Drew laid it up, and Shaedon kind of gave him some crap for it. But you can see Shaedon I think he feels the pressure to try to perform. They're letting him shoot. They're letting him drive to the lane. Like Splitter and the Blazers staff have given Shaedon Sharpe the green light to be the Blazers' top scorer. It just hasn't been there. The efficiency, 0 for 6 last night beyond the arc. Shaedon has such a good stroke. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's better than 0 for 6. I think as the season goes on, he obviously will get better. He's kind of, the Blazers really don't have a point guard right now. I know by default you want to say it's Drew Holiday, but I'm telling you, like every Blazer, even Klingon brings the ball up the court. So Shaedon, though, has kind of acted as a point guard in some ways, initiating offense. Is that a role he's comfortable in? Doesn't look like it so far. So we'll see how that pans out. I think 4 of the 5 starters have been great, even or exceeded expectation, with Shaedon being just below. But I will say the Blazer that has stood out to me the most through 4 games has been Jeremy Grant, because Jeremy was traded this offseason, like in rumors, right? I think I traded Jeremy about 9 times. So there could have easily been an argument that he doesn't even want to be here anymore. And clearly he's come out the gate either to showcase himself for a trade, or that he truly is like, no, I still got a lot in the tank and I'm a good player and I'm going to show you guys. Because Jeremy Grant coming off the bench has been a big reason why the Blazers are 2-2, and quite honestly could be 3-1. The Minnesota game really got away from them at the end. Minnesota led that game for literally about a minute, but got the W because Anthony Edwards is crazy. The Clipper game was clearly a loss. The Blazers, we kind of hung in it. It was a road game. That was an L, but the Blazers should be 3-1, and a big reason because of Jeremy Grant. If he can come off the bench, accept the role, match up against a lot of the team's backups, and he's closing games as well. Like, this is the Jeremy Grant that I think Blazers fans were hoping we could see, and that the player that we thought we could pair with Dame and some of those teams from the past, this Jeremy Grant has been really good. Chris Murray, shout out. I think Chris, to say this is a make or break season is obvious. I think he's a warm body out there. He's shown highlights where he can be effective on defense. He's rebounding well. He's just not shooting well. And I think if Chris is going to make a difference, not in just the Blazers, but any NBA team, he's got to fit that 3-and-D model. And I don't know if he's really a 3 or a D at this point. I think Chris is just kind of out there floating around. Jan Hansen, he's a rookie. He's a big man. He's a rookie. He's getting run. He gets about 9 minutes a game, 5 to 9 minutes a game, 10 minutes a game. He's been a decent backup. I think he gives some good backup minutes. Again, as being a rookie center, like we experienced last season with Donovan, it takes some time. It takes time to catch up to the speed of the game. But Jan does little things out there, you know, sealing his man so that people can get to the rim. Like Jan is doing things at another level. It's just going to take him time because he's a rookie and it's understandable. Um, Blake Wesley, if you haven't watched this guy play, he played in San Antonio. He's now on the Portland Trail Blazers. This guy goes literally a million miles an hour. He almost too fast. He's the consummate, like, no, 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 no. Oh, okay, good. Like he is all over the place. He's a perfect fit on this team that's playing defense, 94 feet, causing turnovers, steals. I mean, the Blazers I think we've had more than 10 steals in all 4 games. So this team is going to lead the league in steals right now. Go to DraftKings, put the bet down if you haven't. They will lead the league in steals, but Wesley has been a big part of that. So, yeah, good start to the season. I think 2-2, very respectable. I think the Blazers still could go either way, right? They could be a team that pushes for a play-in spot, maybe be an 8 seed or a 7 seed, get some experience in a maybe what could be a sweep to the Thunder or whatever. Or if things break the wrong way and they get back in the lottery again, you know, they keep their pick that would go to Chicago if they make the lottery. So it could go either way, but either one, this team is exciting. It's fun. I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Tune in for games. Check out Blazers Edge. Read what we got going on there. All the guys are putting out great content. And as always, remember, it's a great day to be a Blazer.